Hey folks, welcome to Coffee Cup Investing. My name's Mark. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you took a few days off to not worry, not stress about the market. Because I got to tell you, it's been going round and round and round like a giant toilet bowl. That being said, in this video, I want to talk about a few things. I want to shed some light on the condition of the market, why it's in its current state, things, what you need to do, and how you can prepare for the future from here. One, I want to talk about the Shiller PE. Two, real quick, the Buffett Indicator. And three, as I mentioned before, what you should have done, what you're going to do. Now, before I get started, like, subscribe, and hit the notifications button. Real quick, Shiller PE. Also, if you think you don't have time for this video, the key takeaway here is the last thing. So if you have to, fast forward to the middle, near the end. That is the most important part about this video. These first two, I'm going to breeze through really quick. You can always look it up on your own if you want more information, but I think you'll get it right away here. Most of you probably know about this already. If you don't, that's fine. Shiller PE or PE10 ratio. Value measure usually applied to the S&P 500. Basically, it's the price divided by the average of 10 years of earnings adjusted for inflation. This is a valuation measure that uses real earnings per share, EPS, over a 10-year period to smooth out fluctuations in corporate profits that occur over different periods of a business cycle. Now remember, the PE ratio is a valuation metric that measures a stock price relative to the company's earnings per share. This is also known as CAPE. The Shiller ratio, CAPE just stands for, it's the same thing, just stands for cyclically adjusted profit earnings ratio. Actually, who created this was a Yale professor, Nobel Prize winning economist, Robert Shiller, hence the name Shiller PE ratio.
Okay, so you can see here December 1920, 4.78. December 1999, the highest, 44.19. And currently we are at 36.33, so not as bad as this 44.19 back in 1999, but not that great either. 36.33 is extremely high. And you can go to this website. You can just Google Shiller PE ratio. You don't have to do the math. You don't have to do it yourself. If you feel the need to, it actually tells you exactly what to do.
And this real quick, the Buffett Indicator, named after Warren Buffett. I think, don't quote me, I think around 1971, he was quoted making a comment saying how it was the greatest indicator or the greatest metric to use. Notable, he no longer stands behind this metric. Just thought I'd tell you, but I want to thank Joe for making a comment last week to let me know people actually do use this. It still exists. People still use it today, and it's pretty popular. And the more metrics you use, the more analyzing tools you have and apply, I believe the better overall accuracy of the company will be that you're looking at. Whether it's the market as a whole and the company together, all these things together are utilized, and I think that's a good idea. I think it may help shed some light on what's going on with the market. Basically takes the ratio of total U.S. stock market valuation to GDP, gross domestic product. As of January 20th, 2022, it is calculated to be, yes, you guessed it, overvalued. Surprise, surprise, right? Everything's overvalued. So I'm not here to incite fear and panic. Instead, what I'm telling you to do is don't buy anything right now. Don't buy anything now. You've probably come to this conclusion on your own. The market's just not right. I've mentioned that in a few other videos. Now's not the time. I've actually had to delay other videos because I just couldn't recommend anything. The timing's not right. So if you feel compelled, if you have to buy something, Coke, not the parent company, but the bottling company, ticker symbol COKE. That's actually undervalued. One of the few companies that's undervalued. I looked at many companies, they're all overvalued. However, I don't think it's the right time to buy Coke because of the market. If you want to wait a little bit, but this is only if you absolutely have to buy something. Now, by now, you also shouldn't have any tech stock. If you have something that's doing well and it's doing okay, fine, so be it. But for the most part, tech stock, you shouldn't have any. 18% rule, I think, is a good rule of thumb. If you're losing, if you're at a loss at 18%, once it gets beyond that, just close your position. If you think you're going to ride it all the way down and just buy, be very, very careful with that, especially with the high growth stocks, especially with the market the way it is. I wouldn't advise that. Close your position, keep an eye on it. When you think it's at the bottom, no one knows where the bottom's going to be. But if the market changes and it starts uptrending and the stock starts going up, then start buying it back then. And you're still going to buy it at an extremely discounted price, which is a win-win for you. But don't ride it all the way down, buying. You're pushing your money right out the door, flushing it. So wait for the market to finish its course and use your dusty money to buy steeply discounted stocks. That's what the idea for the future is. So I've never been one to keep, I would always tell you, don't keep money laying around. Cash, collecting dust, doing nothing for you in the bank, or even cash in your portfolio because they don't pay much interest. That's doing nothing for you. I would always say have your money at work making a passive income, even if it's just a little bit. Keep your cash gainfully employed, basically. Except for right now. It's good to have cash around. Keep it. Keep sending your cash to your portfolio or your favorite trading platform. I send every week, and I'm just let it build up. When the market changes and things get better, and you're ready, and you're going to be ready because you're going to keep an eye on your stocks, the things you're interested in, you're going to keep an eye on them. When you're ready to make your move, you're going to have the cash and just pull the trigger, and you'll know when the stock is uptrending, when the market is uptrending, when basically everything's overall overvalued. And hopefully the stocks you've been watching are actually undervalued or at least fairly priced instead of being overvalued. What I'd like you to do actually is pretend that you have 3 stock market tokens. It says 2022, 2022. So you basically get 3 tokens. You have to burn a token or hand in a token every time you want to make a trade or every time you want to make a purchase of a stock. Once you buy a stock, then you can add to that. You don't have to use a token. You can do some dollar cost averaging in. But for the initial purchase this year, you only get 3 tokens. What is that? That means you only get 3 buys per year for this year. That's not many at all. It's not much. I would probably have a hard time with that one. What is that going to do? Each buy you make, you are going to make sure it's not overvalued. You're going to make sure it's not all hype. You're going to do so much research. You're going to make sure it's uptrending at the beginning stages of uptrending. You're going to make sure the market's uptrending. You're going to see bull signs all around. The bull's going to be running right at you. And you're going to be better off. Nobody picks a winner every single time. Nobody. But keep that token in mind and rule. Try to think about those tokens. That's what I want you to do from here on in for the rest of the year. And I can't tell you what to do. I'm just bringing information to you to try to help you out. Okay, folks. So we got the Schiller, we got the Buffett Indicator, and you should have gotten rid of the tech stocks. You should not be buying anything right now. Wait for the market to change. I don't know how long that's going to take. What's Russia doing with was it Ukraine and NATO? What's going on with that? That's going to affect things. The supply chain is affecting things. Everything's severely overvalued. That's affecting things. The Fed hiking the rate up. That's severely affecting things. So now's not the time to buy. I know you get a lot of these Twitter twits telling this is they're hyping this up, they're hyping that up, and there's some YouTubers that will just keep hyping anything up regardless. Be very careful. That's all I have for today. I want to get this out before the market opens up. It's Monday morning here. Like, subscribe, hit the notifications tab, and I'll see you in the next video.